That's Facebook. That's YouTube. That's Instagram. And that's TikTok at DMP Speaks. Now let's get into this conversation. Let's go.
Hey, everybody, guess what? I'm here. How's everybody doing? I hope that you're doing well. Listen, I'm full of energy, so I got to calm myself down. You know why? Because it's Saturday, it's 2 p.m., and it's Speak Out Loud Radio on fire. 716 Radio. Listen, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you love this show, if you love the content on this wonderful radio show ownership, as Big Frank in the morning and all the everybody that's doing something and impacting community. I need you guys to download the app at the Android or your Apple store. You don't want to miss nothing that comes on and goes on that you hear or what you see. Don't want to miss it. Listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. I'm just excited to be with you all on today. Listen, and I'm going to say this before I start into today's session. Whatever that you're dealing with, whatever that you're facing, just don't quit. That's not what we're talking about today, but I felt led to say this to you. Whatever obstacle that you're dealing with right now, if it's family, if it's a relationship, if it's your marriage, if it's your finances, if it's your health, do not quit. Find solutions. All right. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about it's time to take the brakes off. That's what we're going to talk about today. It's time to take the brakes off. We got to take the time. We got to take the brakes off. It's time to shift into another gear. Now, you might say, well, I've already shifted into another gear at the beginning of this year, DMP Speaks, and that could be true. But let's be honest. A lot of us have had resolutions of losing weight, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And it's after May. I mean, we're in the month of May. We're already in it, right? And some of you have slowed down. Some of you haven't really kept the promises that you've had to yourself. Let's be honest. There's a couple things that I said I was going to do, and I didn't do it. But you know what I recognized was I had to go back, and I said, it's time to shift. It's time to take the training wheels off. And I'm going to bring that analogy back, but it's time to take the training wheels off. And it's time to go full gas. See, some people, and this is just in my notes, but this is just in my heart too. Some people try to hold you back for where you used to be, right? They want you to be who you used to be. And it's not just for you. A lot of times it's their own comfortability because some people don't want to see you do well. They want you to be in the same spot, the same comfortability, the same attitude, the same way for their comfortability. Because some people don't want to see people do well. Some people don't want to see people leave them either. When people are miserable, when people know that they haven't done certain things that they should have did for themselves, and they see you taking ownership of the things that you know you should be doing, and now they're saying, oh, I need to shift. I need to shift my thinking. I need to shift my thought process. A lot of people don't want to see you change. They want to see you complacent because it makes them happy. Oh, yeah, I'm giving you a fire today because my thing is, when are we going to get to the place that we stop looking for other people's validations and we start moving into the direction that we were purposed to be? Because when we don't go as far as we're supposed to, when we stop ourselves, we stop our legacy. We stop our money. We stop who we are. We stop our progress. Before you can have progress, there has to be a process. I'll say that again. Before you can have progress, there has to be a process. It has to be a plan that you won't let anybody take you away from that process, right? That's something that you got to do every single day. Some people, they want to hold you who you used to be. You think everybody is happy that I'm married, that I have a family, that I have started a business? Because some people are upset. They might be upset. They might not never tell me. There's probably somebody in your life that they're clapping. Oh, that's wonderful. But internally, they said, man, He think he better than me. No, 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 no. Or she thinks she's better than me. No, no, no. That's not what it is. Let me tell you what it is. They're tired of putting the brakes on their life. They're tired of making excuses. We got to stop making excuses. I got to the place, if I could be transparent, Frank, I got to the place I got tired of seeing my life and seeing my family the same way. Every year doing the same thing, hanging around the people that are not doing anything, doing the same thing, going home and seeing people doing the same thing. I got tired. I got tired of me. I got tired of always making excuses. Well, I can't start this business because I don't know this and I don't know that. Well, I can't do this because somebody's already doing it. Pish tosh. That is a grade A excuse. That's top of the line excuses because you don't have this or that. That doesn't mean if you start that you will never have it. Maybe you just don't have it right now. You might say, what's wrong with DMP Speaks? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm just tired of mediocre. I'm tired of mediocrity. I'm tired of us not going where we're supposed to go. And we keep putting the stop on ourselves and then we start blaming other people. We got to look at ourselves and say, who's really holding us up? It's you. Dr. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, is one of my favorite motivational speakers. He's the number one motivational speaker in the world. Shout out the Secret Success podcast. And those boys, they're just doing some great things, right? And the reason why I bring them up is I got some empowerment. He said, you owe you. There was a book that I'm reading from Dr. Eric Thomas. You owe you, right? You don't owe your family. Hear me clear. Before your family, before you owe you. So when are you going to start paying yourself back for the things that you had to go through, for the pain that you had to suffer? When are you going to start owing you back? When are you going to stop making those unconscious decisions? The indecisiveness. When are we going to do those things? We can't keep holding back our opportunity because we're scared. We can't allow fear to keep taking us down. Fear is grappling us. It's suffocating us. It's suffocating our dreams, y'all. It's suffocating some great and wonderful ideas that we have. It's suffocating our livelihood. It's suffocating everything that we're supposed to be. We're producers. I'm not just talking about in music. We produce things. Human beings are supposed to produce wonderful things because it's a part of our purpose, and everybody's purpose is different. But if we don't get into the place that we need to be, we gonna always make some kind of excuse, and our lives are going to be worthless when it doesn't have to be worthless. Let me ask you, when is the last time you stopped dreaming about what you're going to do and you started doing it? Does that make sense? When are you going to stop dreaming about what you're supposed to be doing? And when are you going to start it? When are you going to start that business? When are you going to start that ministry? When are you going to start that and finish that book? I'm talking to myself too because I got one more chapter, y'all, and it's coming out. So this is not just for you, it's for me too. But I acted on it. Because talk, man, Frank, I'm going to get in trouble. Talk is cheap. When I told my wife, we're changing, we're transitioning, not just in houses, but mindset. But if I don't be the first partaker of that change, she'll never believe me. And it's just not for me. It's for my family. And it's not just for you. It's for your family. I'm tying this back to what I'm doing, but I got to talk to these individuals today. It's time to take the brakes off. You got to take them off. You got to remove every block that is trying to keep you from climbing that your personal ladder of success. There's something that you got to change for you. When are you going to do that? Some of you want to just be the same old, same old. And you're miserable in that, though. You do everything so safe. I wouldn't be doing this right now if I did everything safe. I won't be working with the families that I'm working with right now if I did everything safe. Because safe is saying, I believe I can do it. One day I can do this. One day I can do that. One day I'll be able to help them. No, what about right now? While you got the energy and you got the strength and you got the know-with-all, you got the knowledge right in front of you. This thing right here is not just a device that you just use to call. This is a computer. And you have to be able to utilize it. I'm not even going to do no notes. I'm just going to go raw dog. Listen, everybody, and I'm done. Because I got to get my wife some food. She already told me she needs some food, so I got to do what I got to do. I got to be a good husband, right? Listen, be serious for a moment. I'm looking right into the camera. Somebody out there, you guys, I love you, but you got to stop making excuses. Because nobody's going to give you the life that you want to get unless you get up and you do it. I'm sorry, I can't lie to you. I can't come on this radio show. I can't lie to none of my clients. I can't lie to the young men that I'm helping every day, every week, and just give them, sell them a facade, sell them what is it called, a bedtime story. This is life, everybody. We're all dealing with something. Hello, I feel like my bishop. Y'all forgive me. Everybody is dealing with something. But I refuse to let you sit in where you're sitting at now and just wither away. I'm talking to the moms that have sons that are dealing with situations. You got to pour into your child. It's time for them to take off those wheels. You got to take off those training wheels. They need you. You have daughters out there that don't know who they are. There are things that you're supposed to be doing, ma'am, sir, bro, sis, and you're not doing it. How can they see anything if you're not doing it? You're working at a job and you're not happy right now. You putting a lot of work and you putting a lot of time and you putting a lot of effort in, and you're not happy right now. When are you going to take a stance for yourself? You know you got a great idea. You know you got something going good for you. You've been working on it after work. When they go to sleep, you continuously working on it, bruh. Now it's time for you to step and say, this is what I want to do. I'm not telling you to leave your job yet, but I'm saying prepare yourself for your future. Maybe this is not the time to leave right now. But eventually, if you take that idea that you have, that concept that you got, and you continue to work it and you get the knowledge, you get the wisdom, you read, you get around people, you get a coach, you get something that's going to help you. And then when it's time to step out, you've already got the knowledge that you need. You got this sense of confidence to say, I'm ready to do this now. Just hear what I'm saying. I know I'm giving you a lot, but somebody got to tell you. Somebody got to care about your well-being other than you. That's why I'm doing this show, to provoke you to good works. To provoke you to good works. To provoke you to not just think, but to act. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. And y'all gonna laugh. I'm gonna make y'all laugh real quick and I'm done. My mother never wanted me to ride the bike. Hi, Mom. I found out she watches my show. I don't know how she does it, but she ain't got no computer, but I think she must have talked to somebody. But anyways, I love you, Mom. She never wanted me to ride a bike because she was always afraid that I was going to run into the street where we lived at back at home. So I would see my friends riding bikes, and I'm like, man, I really want to do that, you know. So they got me a bike finally, Frank, but they had training wheels. Now, training wheels are good, but the training wheels are not good at 11 or 12 when you about 5'6", 5'7". and they won't get you another bike because they don't really want you to ride, but they're kind of like, they're trying to like, I believe in you to a certain point. And listen, and I'm not embarrassed. To this day, I really don't know how to ride a bike that well because, and I don't think they did it on purpose, but I was stunted. But you know what I did? My son has a bike. My mother-in-law had a bike. My wife don't even know this. I got on a bike, and I don't do it all the time, but I taught myself how to ride because I wanted to ride that bad. I fell. I scraped my knee, just like I should have scraped my knee when I was 7 or 8 or 9, but I learned because I didn't allow fear to grab me anymore. So do I ride all the time? No, but when I feel like I want a nice little joy ride, because I taught myself to get up and try again. And eventually, those wheels that I had on my bike, I don't need them anymore. Because even though I fell, I found myself getting my balance back. I found myself getting my balance back on that bike, and I got back up. And I took those training wheels off, and I started to learn how to ride. And now I can ride now. Some of you have fell. You fell off your personal bike. You fell off a situation and it took you off that bike, or you have the training wheels on, or you got your car parked for so long and you not moving. That mental car, that emotional car, it's not moving like it's supposed to. So what am I saying? Now it's time to put the car into gear. Not to reverse, to go back, but put it in drive. It's time to take those wheels off so that you can go forward. And even if you still lose your balance, you're going to find your balance because now you know what you need to do. I know what I found out I had to do. I had to have confidence in myself so that I can get on back on that bike. Because the times that I did fall, I said, well, I ain't doing this no more. I ain't going to do this no more. And a lot of you have been saying that. I'm not doing this no more. It's too hard. Life is hard. Get a reward for it. Hear me? Get a reward for it. Try. Do your best. Don't even just try. Do your best. Whatever that thing that you want to do, I'm missing the mic. Whatever that you want to do it with all of your might. Whatever you can find your hands to do in your life or somebody else's life, do it with all your might. But do it now and don't wait. Have you ever heard the notion tomorrow's not promised? So since tomorrow's not promised, you got to start today. And guess who else believes in you? I do. Maybe you haven't heard a session like this from me before because I'm fired up. Because I'm fired up about people changing, really changing their lives and being who they've been called and purposed to be. Because we have wasted so much time contemplating if I should make a move or not. I'm saying to you all, lovely people, it is time to stop making excuses and start taking a step. If you just take a step and you believe in yourself enough, even if it's just you, if you have no family, it is just you, believe in yourself enough that you can do it. And that's from my heart to yours, because I believe that you can do it. I believe whatever you really put your mind and your thought and your blood, as they say, blood, sweat, and tears, your everything. If you do it, if you start today, that's how I started my business. I decided one day I didn't want to live by the 9-to-5 rule. I didn't want to just live by what people thought I should be doing. I wanted to be led by God. And I know He had gave me a gift to help families, to help individuals become the best version that they can be. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. My books that I produce is going to help thousands of people. You see how I'm speaking that? You got to do the same thing for you and your family, for yourself. You got to speak those things that you don't see yet. You got to speak those things that you can't even fathom that you can do. Your ability. You got to be able to see those things before they happen. It's called manifest. You're manifesting your words. And then when you manifest those words, there has to be actions that follow behind that. Because I believe it's time to take the brakes off. Love you. See you next week.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for spending time with me on Speak Out Loud. I hope that I inspired you, motivated you, and I want to help you become the best version that you can be. Please follow me on all my social media outlets, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, at DMP Speaks. But I want you guys to have a wonderful and amazing day. Let's go get it, y'all.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.